Probably not, huh?
I guess we're going to get for a short down here today. We're going to learn about Lightspeed, Lost Galaxy. Well, of course, we have me. I've been trying to figure that out. My name is s.p.d, back there, one of the producers, and I was in charge of voices. So I was really involved with the post end of it a lot. But let everyone introduce themselves. But I worked on all three, directed and wrote.
Okay. My name's Ed. I'm Lord Zedd. I know I don't technically belong here,
but he's also a stunt guy.
Yeah, but he's also a stunt guy, and we worked in that one. Space yeah. Rescue missions. Yeah, rescue missions. And I worked for 8 years solid. So it wasn't Lord Zedd, 3 years Lord Zedd, and another 5 years. Red Ranger level.
Remember when the guy got blown away? That's him.
Also, as a referee.
I'm Jessica Ray. I was Alyssa, the White Ranger on Wild Horse. I have a person from my cast here, and I'm not sure if this microphone is actually working.
Have you spoken to any guys from the cast? You spoken to anybody from the cast?
Philip.
What about Jason?
Jason.
Wrong season. So I guess we're just going to take questions if you have any in mind, because a lot of people aren't here. Maybe we'll be tomorrow. I'm not sure. Does anybody else schedule to come to these shows?
Yeah, we have the Lost Galaxy guys. Serena's not here. Reggie and Amy Roll are supposed to be here tomorrow and the day after.
Okay.
And Danny Wayne's supposed to be here in 3 days. So he was for Gingrax at the very least.
Yeah. We can call Sean Johnson and harass him if we want to. What series was Rygo again? Which one? Okay, good. Yeah,
The flavor I got also. I sold popcorn and a ticket on the side too.
How heavy was that suit for Rygo?
It was pretty heavy. It weighed about 60 pounds, and it was about 6 feet across. It's very difficult to do much in it.
Was that the heaviest suit you ever had to wear for PR?
Yeah, because Zedd was only like about 35 to 40 pounds.
So we'll throw it to you if you have any questions at this point in time, since we're that over all the place.
Well, I remember we did those crows. Tango. Oh yeah. So that came from the movie. That was a little bit before what we're talking about now, but that came from the movie. No, there wasn't much. It was pretty much. No. Sorry? No. I will not. No, never.
No, I mean, did you ever replace it with the score out?
Oh yeah. It was about 3 or 4 times. Yeah.
Well, at least they glued the parts to it.
Yeah. It just melted. It literally melted like into cheese.
Yeah, it was.
I have a question for Jessica. I was wondering, if we had done a team up with Wild Horse and Ninja Storm, would you have come back to that?
Of course I would.
But if I ask that, there's 2 girl rangers, and there's only 1 girl in Ninja Storm.
That never stopped us.
I was actually curious about what it was like for you to have the distinction of being the first female ranger who was also the first female 6th ranger to be added onto a season after the start. Sorry, not 6th ranger. First abnormally colored female.
Very rich comment.
Always
White Ranger, right?
Who else?
Alien white.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't count.
Because she's an alien.
Yeah, that's your
I was a human.
was being out with words.
Jessica, weren't you being cast as Alyssa after another actress had been in that role?
I don't
Sandra
know.
McCoy, who you know from the program.
I don't know.
Jack's girl.
I lived with her
Yeah.
for a long time.
You didn't know that
She never said it.
She
Yeah.
was Alyssa at one point, according to what I heard.
I don't think
I
so.
think this guy in Spain started that rumor. His name is Raul.
He didn't start it. I didn't really work. Sam was on for some other.
She came for Kendall for a guest star spot,
Yeah.
but I don't know why they wouldn't just kept her.
There might have been somebody who was.
That was a different,
And they started the training
the
that
mentor. Princess Shayla was a
No,
different
that was,
actress.
Princess Shayla was different and Jack was also different. But I was the same for all I know.
I think there was. Remember your cast?
Yes, I got to dance.
Yeah, Jonathan would always make people do. If actors, many of your actors, you gotta be careful on your bios. Put something silly on there, like a lot of them, yeah, yodel. So Jonathan would always make whatever it is. Good, can you yodel for me? So we had a lot of these guys dancing and doing all sorts of. There's one guy who was in Stomp, that musical, and we brought him back 3 or 4 times just to go back and sing dance, not because he didn't have a chance. So it was fun. Cool, yes, but entertaining. All those great guys.
Yeah, all the jumps are so good.
Still great.
Yeah,
And a good scuba diver.
yeah. He did the hip hop, you know what?
And they were on your dancing.
Yes, I danced on the show with my roommates that I lived with. All of the people in that scene were my friends.
Well, most people in the show were friends. Most.
Oh,
Yeah. And Sandra was a Lincoln.
yes.
She was?
Yeah. She got us tickets there, the worst seats I've ever had in my life. Because the bigger girls get the seats up on the very top of them. Interesting.
That'd be a question for Ed. It's kind of curious. How much of the like actual training really goes into your stunt work? I mean, all the different costumes, the different things you got to do. How much of that? How much training and discipline goes into that?
It was, there was a lot, because, you know, actually in that crew, I was 8 years, so I was on the show for 8 years. So I started off with martial arts, and then some gymnastics a little bit, and then some, you know, Chinese style martial arts, a lot of jumping around and stuff. So that got me on the show, it was like, it was good. And then, like the guy said, I walked in, it was a concrete floor, he goes, okay, let's see some flips and stuff. So I throw a backflip, you know, I do a couple kicks, you know, butterfly kicks, twist splits and all that stuff. And he goes, oh, I like that. So that was the basic training, and then more gymnastics came later. And I wasn't really a gymnast as I was coming in. So and on my days off, I would go to gymnastics and train, and basically pick up skills, you know. And so we became sort of this club would be sort of the useless skills club. And so we would have all useless skills, you know, riding a unicycle or paragliding or scuba diving. You know, so we trained, and we did a lot of training, you know, actually I did a lot of training while I was actually on set and also off of, you know, when I was off. There was a lot of training, very physical. You better be on it, you know, if you're going to do stunt stuff. People get hurt.
Did you guys start from the very beginning where you were going together and working out as a group as part of the training to go out and do your stuff? That's not fair.
Yeah.
Martial arts and gymnastics, yeah.
Yeah, we would do that with Isaac Florentine. He was our, So we would train, we would do rehearsals with him as well. Later on, when we worked with the Japanese guys, these guys were so spot on, we didn't need to rehearse with them. We would just walk through a fight scene, and we'd say, okay, we're ready to go. That's why we had one of the best stunt teams, and there was. Excluding me, whatever, you know, but the other guys, and it was a really tight stunt team. If you could come in, you could do a fight scene, there was no fooling around, and then you were done. And we filmed it. And when training does come into it. I know the Japanese guys had a gymnastics spot. There's like 10 Japanese guys on the Power Ranger team. They had a gymnastics spot right near the studio, and they would train there at night after work. They would go train, and they would work on their stunts. So it was good stuff. That's why we had good, really tight stuff.
They were insane. Yeah. I remember one time Michael Shatterout was doing some scene with s.p.d, and one of the guys, the stunt guys, he had to hit. The guy didn't want to, remember they hit him full punch. You don't actually hit him. He wanted Michael to hit him, and Michael said, "Mike, I can't really hurt you." He goes, "No, hit me." Smacked the guy and knocked him basically over and into the water. And the guy said, "That was good."
Yeah, that was it. That's the way it was done.
That's really crazy. Yeah, not quite as much now. Good. No, she'd say the words.
Yeah, we were pretty tight on that.
Yeah, and then pretty much, and then we bring it to my apartment and our read of it afterwards. Or try to. Yep, you back there?
I have a question for Jessica. How many of your, would you, throughout the show, how many of the stunts were your own, and are any that were your favorites?
Yeah.
I can't remember, and my favorite was when Brown's from Richmond came to play my dad, and I told him to really hit me so that I could get up and be crying, and he's a very big man. So, he didn't hit me very hard, but it still hurt.
Wow.
There's a question for Ed. Being a suit actor, especially for Lord Zedd, did you have to memorize the script to be able to do what you had to do?
Yeah, we did. And that was, I was going to say, Carla was really great because we had a script, and these guys had to have the right motions and movement stuff so they could ADR later on. So we had, and so we had, so we would actually rehearse. We had a couple of scenes where they were pretty long scenes. We would rehearse and actually block them out ourselves. And the cool thing was when I first started doing Zedd, I asked Shuki Levy, he was directing, and he says, and I said, what should I do? And he goes, whatever you want. Cool, man, that's cool. So we were sort of in charge of our own deal, up there. And so when Carla came in a little bit later, she would, we would block out stuff and we would tell Ron and tell the director this is what we're going to do. So it was kind of cool. We were in it. It was very fun, very fun.
And the movements are supposed to fit what they're doing. So a lot of times we reload always and so we're trying to figure out what would fit and make it better in time.
You're very good at it.
Yes, I am.
My elephant. It was my first.
Your first one?
My first? No, I had more. I had at the end, I had some weird rat, didn't I? I had a rat sword. Who wants to say that? That was definitely not my favorite sword.
How'd your cast get along?
That was a perfect answer.
You know how we go.
Famously.